Hey everyone, this is Nebula Shaman. It's one of the top decks right now. I made the big mistake of not bringing it to the playoffs. It was an amazing performer. I wish I had brought it instead of Armor Demon Hunter, and the McBanter, who won the playoffs, did bring it. It's just a really good deck in the meta right now. Probably not as good as Rogue, but for a tournament lineup, it was a phenomenal bring. I played it on ladder today to learn it. And I started off struggling, and then once I got the hang of it, I just started winning like crazy. But it did take me a while because I find this deck to be very there's a lot of different ways you can win. I think often people come to the stream and they say, what is the win condition of this deck? And there are a lot of different things you can do. So let's just talk about some of the power plays of this deck. So one is you have sort of this Hagatha Shutter Block big spells kind of shenanigans. So Shutter Block has a lot of synergy with the deck. So let's look at like something that might be kind of common. You might go Hagatha on 4 and then get Frosty Decor and Wish Upon the Star. You play that to give you some tempo, give you some this. You play a Shutter Block, you lose and then you go Wish Upon a Star. And this might be a very standard way of winning. And then from there, if you're like, this is a lot of greed, but then from there, you might do something like you had played Murloc Grofin on 1, and then you play Murloc Grofin, and it's huge. Or maybe, for example, you just you have the Parrot Sanctuary out, and you play a Zilliax on 8, and it has a ridiculous amount of life, and you just swing back the board. That's one of the main common simple ways of winning, but a lot of times the game deck doesn't work like that. For example, we had a game where we were up against a Death Knight and they were winning, and Chet said, I don't think we have enough gas to get there. So what I did is I went Shutter Block Elise and I got 3 10 drops, 10 drop locations. And I just outvalued them. I just would put board after board. They played Kill Jaden, but they just had to keep using the removal. And by the time they had +8/+8 but demons, but I would just have a board and I would give it a giant Savage Roar and I would wreck them. So there's just a lot of different ways to win with this deck, and you have to be sort of knowing like, okay, do I need to be greedy here? Do I need to be not greedy? Another thing people ask of like, what do I use on Farseer and Nabundu? There are certain matchups, like if you're up against a Starship Death Knight, you really want to use it on Hex. Or if you're up against Aggro, you might want to use it on Baking Soda Volcano. Where sometimes you just need tempo and you might go Frosty, but the wins are the Wish Upon a Star and Nebula. So a lot of this kind of deck, it's a deck with a huge amount of greed potential. So knowing how greedy to be, do you be less greedy? Do you be more greedy? Is your opponent putting pressure on you? Are you very safe? Do you need to go for a fast win? Do you need to go for a slow win? Do you just need to survive? That is what this deck is very much about. This deck is definitely very vulnerable to aggro. When I was playing on the Asia server at the start of the stream, I lost to Pain Demon Hunter 4 times in a row. That deck was wrecking me, where when we're in the value matchups, we're absolutely crushing it, which is why it would have been a great tournament bring, because I was banning aggro in my tournament lineup. So bottom line is this deck is very, very strong. And just kind of a fun, a lot of new old concepts that were people were doing, with the Murmur. Let me see. Do I have Murmur on the server? Yeah, so people were doing a lot of these concepts with Murmur, but they're not anymore. So a lot of the concepts is you don't need to play all these in one turn. You could just do Nebula, and it's like a triple Nebula with Shutter Block, or a double Nebula with Farseer and Nabundu, and that often can be enough to win the game against a deck that doesn't have the big value to compete with you. So I really like this deck. I think it's a lot of fun, and if you're looking to do something a little more out of the box, a little bit with novel win conditions where you don't win the same way every time, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun playing this deck. So one thing someone asked, do I need Farseer and Nabundu? I looked at HS replay stats, and it looked like one of the weaker cards. So I'd say if you want to play this deck without Farseer and Nabundu, what I recommend replacing it with is the Fire Elemental. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, so replacing it with Living Flame here. That's what I recommend. And if you but if you don't have Hagatha, you really need Hagatha. If you don't have Elise, just get Elise, discards and everything. That's what I recommend. Anyways, basic mulligans. These aren't universal, but Murloc Grofin, Bird Watching is generally good. Parrot Sanctuary is generally good. Bumbling is like I've kind of gone off and on with it. You don't really want it in the Mulligan because you want to buff it with bird watching or flight. I like keeping flight in a matchup where your opponent is likely to not be hyper aggressive. So if you're up against like a Death Knight, it would be good, but and also I think on coin it can be quite good, especially if you had something like Flight and Frosty Decor, you could go coin Flight, and this is an undead and a pirate, so you're very likely to hit this. I think Turbulence is generally a bait keep. Hex can be very conditional, but just generally don't keep it. Baking Soda, very good against aggro. Hagatha, generally a good keep. Elise, kind of a marginal keep. I would probably keep Elise if I had like Murloc, Grofin, and Parrot Sanctuary. Like that would be a great 1, 2, 3, but I wouldn't default keep Elise. So those are my basic mulligans. Got some games for you guys. Enjoy. Upcoming patch. No one was going to be happy anyway, so why do a patch at all? The game is too late for this game. Basically.
Welcome to the
Ice
crew.
Manning with 2 months. Chat, the world only has a few more lives to live before total nuclear war.
Job's done.
No help there.
And this, I never make the trip.
No more, thank you for the prime.
The best view comes after the hardest climb. I can't do that.
I think trading here is correct. Like they look like they're setting up to do a swipe play. Tried to make Frack work in this. I don't know. I haven't played this. I'm literally just copying off the people who've been successful in this world before. But I mean, basically, here's the issue. Is that no amount of nerfs will fix the fact that this expansion was a complete dud. So they can actually just remove more decks, which won't like make room, or they can just sort of say, all right, accept for what it is, you know. Nothing is going to save this expansion. It's completely it's like you know that friend that you keep trying to save, you know, and they go back to whatever degenerate activity they have and ruin their life, and you keep trying to help them, and then you realize like they can't be saved. That's basically this expansion. Right? Just accept that this expansion is dead, and you'll be happier.
My eyes of flame, my cursed
The one funny dude, no hands. How did I win this game? You know? Surely. Personal reference to your Java application. I'm going this so I can go like fast shutter walk, but what's the mulligan for this deck? I don't answer that question anymore. You have to ask specific questions about the mulligan. But I don't just say what's the mulligan. You have to say like, okay, I'm stuck on this card. Do I in this matchup or in this situation do I keep it? Because I don't like being, oh, here's a bunch of like rules that don't you think. I want to see the thought. I want to see that you've used your brain and you've been like,
Double, boys in trouble.
I remember this place well.
I remember it. More location, one drops, yeah. I mean, Hex is probably conditional. I think like some of the interesting ones. I'm pretty sure Not sure if Turbulus is generally good. Like a marginal.
What to do?
Life beckons.
So many
That
What to do?
I never make two trip.
There's little
I
time.
never make two trip.
cosmos spaghetti before us.
Too many cards.
Wait, what? You know if Bramble series? Why is your shirt static like TV? Something with the technology. Right. Oh yeah, because there's like this is like a teal green color. For some reason our yellow gets referenced.
Eight combatants enter, and I take her breath.
Not good.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
Yeah, they're just doing some sort of location. Zerg, Warlock. Yeah, I mean, it's got locations. It's kind of just probably an old build, making a comeback with some new cards. I think they're running this bio panel. I guess another location, right? So they actually got the Seaside Giant down. That's crazy. Just got so many locations in the meta that this is being played. That's crazy. This card was dead. If it's 0 mana, it's still decent, right?
That is enough.
Chat, the winning is out of control. And that. Blah, 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 tra, blah, blah.
Ready to plunder.
Job done.
Do you think the mini sit will change anything in 2 weeks? So if one thing I know, Six Step, is that nothing in life changes. All right, life is a constant set of miserable failures. pain, suffering, pointlessness, and the mini set will continue that trend, right? Constant mini set of failures.
Stop and smell the flowers.
I must choose. Battle cruiser operation.
Unlucky, bro. Bad hex. But I can set up for triple Nebula, and that's pretty gosh darn good.
My eyes of flame, my curses. Coming in for a
Keep on panning!
To poop or never have to pee again. I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Sometimes I just like going to pee because it's like it's a 5-minute break, right? I don't know, but no. Okay, I'll go with never have to poo because then you could eat like food that you normally wouldn't eat. You know, like food that's normally high risk becomes not high risk, basically. Exactly.
coming in for a land. Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. My fire be burned. My fire be burned. Die, insect.
Dang it, double face. Son of a gun. Eric, with the this is hard. You go with like something a little risque, like a poo conversation, and then these kind of like. You did this to yourself. Wait, why do they want to heal? Feels incorrect. I feel like 6 heal is better than the brawl out. Hey. Hey, hey. No! My opponent is all in the industry. I can just always get wish, I think. I could also just get Hex. I could play Norbundu here. Is it ever better just to play the Norbundu and get the 3 Wish Upon the Stars? I kind of like that better, to be honest.
Here further into the cosmos than any before us.
Watch out! Watch out!
I remember this place well.
I must choose.
Ready to plunder.
That was a mistake.
Watch out!
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Is at least I don't know. I really don't. Stats say she's a bad keep. But still could be worth it. Really don't know.
I remember this place well.
How incredible standard is saved. Here's the harsh truth you guys don't want to hear. Standard is fine. This expansion just was atrocious. Like, ladder is fine. You know, you don't want to hear that. You want to think this, but this meta would be fine if it felt new and relevant, but it's just like mostly old decks, you know? Chat, it's kind of like if you marry someone and they're great, but then you're 15 years into the marriage, you know all their moves, all right? And everything's predictable. You know, and even things that you used to like start to annoy you. A lot of experience with this. I don't, but... Or do I, chat? Oh. Right, this is... 6 mana Typhoon's actually absurdly good. Holy crap, wait, I could get 3 Typhoons with Farseer Nobu. Tried for regular. Exactly, forget, right? It's not like anything wrong with the game. It's that we were expecting like these hot new toys and we didn't get them. Right? I'm a little hurt by that myself.
Here further into the cosmos than any before us.
Am I getting Ashmane here?
This treasure ain't fit for our pirates.
No! Not Saladrisil. Son of a gun, chat. It's so bad. So bad.
Is there trouble?
Typhoon might save me though, but... Maybe this pressing the button was dumb here. Now I overdraw.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Wait, I had a Ysira? Oh, that would have been nice.
Never make two traps.
That would have been really nice to get the additional mana.
Two traps.
We're okay. Wait, oh crap, I have the 2 mana spell. Wait, I have Zilliax, so we'll be okay.
Muzzle their magic.
They're kind of just out of shit here, so I just jam Zilliax and I probably win on the spot. This location actually did some frickin' work. Not gonna lie.
Now this is treasure.
No! Ashmade off the top, chat. You gotta be joking me. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. No, I had them, chat. Chat, this game hates me sometimes.
I never make two trips. I never make two trips.
Crap. Giving him a freezing trap on this minion was dumb. Ooh, we got Farseer and a Bundu. Wait, now that I think about it, am I afraid of getting... No, if I've already drawn all my hexes. Basically, how likely is it that one of these cards is hex? And I get hexed? That's what I'm wondering here. Wait, did they Shadow Step Ashmane?
Choose soon.
Or is this...
This is treasure.
Connect to those unseen.
Kind of illegal. Ooh, wish upon a star.
Here further into the cosmos than any before. I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Let's try and go Nebula. Get like tons of Nebulas. Seems kind of good. I don't know. Feel like I'm kind of losing though, but you never know. Looks like it wasn't Hex, by the way, but I was afraid.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
Back.
All right, little one. Let's bring you to life.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
I mean, there's no reward. Just risk for no reason.
Choose soon.
Mysterious what is your wisdom?
Looks bad. Looks very bad, chat. That Ashbane top deck cost me the game, really. I was doing fine here, and then Ashbane showed up and just. Do I want Shutter Block plus the Murloc Growth, or do I want just the Brickwood on board? The likely experience, but if I get this on board,
I wonder. There is little time.
that order.
Collision course.
I have too many minions.
How long has it been since having a big board actually meant something? You know what it sounds like? It sounds like being a criminal in this city used to mean something. From Dark Knight.
Choose soon.
Watch out! Watch out!
I've been dumb. Dead. For some reason I thought I could put both of these for 7 mana, and I forgot about my location part button. Base metas everywhere. Dude, you can't make people happy. Literally, like, first-run influencers have been complaining about, like, the board used to matter. And then they make the board matter. Everyone's like, I'm so sick of boards being so strong and not mattering. It's just like, Chad, I think it just... Am I winning this game? Bro, I might be winning this game. It's crazy.
Choose soon.
Now this is treasure.
I remember this place well.
I can't Blizzard do exactly what I want. Chat, you know what I think they should do? They should make the game completely based on how many runestones you have. Right? Just like real life. So I have to double trade here to use this, because that's the way it works. Okay. So, Alakir.
I wonder.
Like sweating insects! Like sweating insects!
There is little time.
Complete
Remember
meta.
this place well.
Chat. Chat, what if we made Hearthstone into a game where instead it was all about lobbying for your class? I mean, and so if you spent money like trying to like, so you could make a connection to one of the balance changers, and then you could like pay money through your super pack to get time like to explain why your class needs something. Sorry to use that.
I have too many minions. I have too many minions.
Choose soon.
They're tanking 8 here. Doesn't seem bad. Yeah, they could have tanked 1. Big mistake. Want to see that? Bad.
My eyes of flame! My
Good. Hanging in their hands, gamer.
I remember this place well.
Lord, put that ass me out of the balance of the game.
I get.
Jack got him. Dude, that was like, that was a game. Chat, should that make the game make the YouTube? Should you sell all your possessions to craft that day one legendary? Well, with Hearthstone Deck Tracker, you don't need to guess. You can figure it out instantly. How do I play Hearthstone so well while at the same time constantly coming up with new analogies? Well, I wouldn't be able to do it without all the legwork and detail work that Hearthstone Deck Tracker keeps track for me. See, I could see related cards, I could see cards that the cards will generate, just making everything so much easier. Having a hard time finding a streamer playing your deck? Well, you could go find the VODs right on the HS Replay website and just scroll down. Oh, look, there's me. Download Hearthstone Deck Tracker and get legend today.